everybody, and welcome to Rhythm Café on the mighty Loading Ready Run Network. Whee! I'm your host Heather, and with me today is...
Hello, everybody! It's me, Ian. I'm feeling a little bit flat today, but we'll see how that goes for the rest of this performance.
Well, you know, I hope nothing too shocking happens.
Ah,
Yep,
your eyes!
You got some too.
Ah, oh no! Good God, Heather, these are fantastic.
You like them?
I absolutely love those. I
I
want those around for future use.
had some fun crafting in the office this morning. Now I need to replace everything.
Put everything back. Time well spent. Hey, I just realized I need to put bring the chat up. Twitch.tv.
I mean, we spent so much time talking about puppets last episode.
You know, you're exactly right. This is another one of those cases of don't challenge ourselves, because we will absolutely take up our own challenge.
But it is Rhythm Cafe.
Yes. The best Tuesday of your Sunday.
I even made the hand double-sided.
Oh my gosh. That didn't occur to me that the hand was actually part of the puzzle. Like, wow, that's really good. How'd you get there? Right.
Well, I tried to make these pipe cleaner hands that came off of us like this or something.
Yeah.
And it didn't look so great. It didn't even look funny awful.
Oh my gosh.
So I had to go find a hand.
So you just use the emoji hand.
Yep.
Perfect. Perfection.
And I only had 3 popsicle sticks because that was as much ice cream as I could eat, and I'm not going to a craft store and buying
Wait,
popsicle
seriously,
sticks.
You ate popsicles specifically to make these
Puppets.
things?
Yes. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd probably end up making that same calculus myself. Like, oh, I could get more tongue depressors from the dollar store for $1, but on the other hand, then I don't have popsicles.
Then what are you going to use with all of those tongue depressors when you could have been having ice cream?
You know, I'd probably just end up making those folding things that you make in elementary school, where you weave a couple pieces through and then you throw them and they break apart. I'm doing a really bad job of describing them.
Anyway, I'm gonna leave these out for other people to find.
Yes,
because there's nothing more fun than that.
Other people need more of these.
Right. Music. You can still hear everything, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
everything sounds lovely.
It's like my one worry in trying to pull off a goof is somehow messing up everything. Yeah, so we're here, we're gonna play Runner3. This should be probably the last stream for it. And
yeah, because we're at the boss.
yeah, we're gonna, so my thought is we do the boss first, and then we go back for the puppet collectibles, which, you know, are all popsicle stick puppets, hence the goof.
That sounds logical and a very good plan.
Okay, where were we? Start. Oh right, I forgot we had other characters. They're not coming. They don't get to come. Final battle.
Final battle.
Also, I have to remember how to play the game again. But I'm sure it'll be fine.
We got punch kick. Those are always in the mind. And we've also got second jump, just like second breakfast, higher in the air. Oh! Well, this is the Timble Tot.
Angry.
Huh. Now we Mario Kart.
Oh, was I supposed to jump there? Well then.
I always love the first couple runs through bosses on specifically the runner games, because they're generally a case of, Oh, is that an interaction point? Okay, good. I have to do a thing there. Next run is, what's the thing I have to do?
Uh-oh, we jumped too early. I mean, he's clearly supposed to hide the jump from me by being in the way.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's having a blast, though. Oh. No, I was supposed to do nothing.
You just ride it out. That's the worst option.
Yeah.
Because nothing is off. Is the
Does that mean
choice
I do nothing now?
almost never checked. Yep.
Okay. Well.
Huh.
Oh.
Oh no, something.
Oh no, I have to do things now. Ah.
Bad though. That was a good run.
I can't believe I got tricked into doing something when the whole point was to do nothing.
Wait, is that how I keep ruining my vacation? I keep getting tricked into doing things? I haven't had a vacation in 4 years.
Yeah, I've always used my vacation time to go to conventions, and I don't count those.
Because when's the last time we've gone to a convention that we didn't work at in some way? Right. I think probably
no
before we
clue.
even knew each other. Thinking like, visiting family too. I don't think that technically counts as vacation.
Oh god, no. No, that's the worst kind of vacation.
Ooh.
At least for me.
I'm probably so out of time on your end.
Oh no!
Oh!
Okay.
You don't just have to avoid, you have to synthesize.
I don't know why I tried to jump that. My brain told me not to do that, and I immediately did it.
This constant feeling of you've got to be doing something. Always doing this.
Okay, so I have to double jump onto that and probably double jump onto the next one.
That's my feeling there.
I like the bit trip background they've got going on. Like the classic bit trip background thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what those are.
Oh no! Oh no, I'm gonna have to time my jumping in a better way, like a real gamer.
Heather, are you getting enough? Are you getting enough half A presses in here?
I'm trying.
Make sure you're getting an even number, otherwise you'll have some A presses to pick up off the floor when you're done.
That's a lot of cleaning work to do.
And you can't just vacuum it.
No, they get stuck in the nozzle.
The thing about A presses is that they're kind of moist, so they end up just smearing across the carpet.
Right. Yeah, there was an action I had to perform there. is why I suggested doing the boss first.
Let's say. I mean, honestly, I don't feel like any part of today's activities are going to be particularly easy.
Oh.
Same box. Unfortunately, Discord really compresses the audio, but this is a jam. Bop? I don't know. Are bops reserved for kids?
No, I think kids bops are a separate thing, but I believe you can get adult bops and mid-sized bops, which are kind of like a tween bop, but we don't use the word tween here.
No, it's banned.
Except to point out that we don't use the word. Oh, no, that second one's gonna be really awful.
I believe in you. That's 100% not just because you're the only person in the office right now.
I have to start the jump before the wall kick, and I hate it.
Oh!
Oh, yes! Oh, fuck, do not. No!
How can I tell that Heather is actually excited about clearing that area?
Oops. Forgot the rhythm.
And now the gradual slide back of the sloppiness of the early areas.
Because your brain starts to disregard this portion. It's like, I did that part already. I don't need to do that again.
And you start thinking, like how sloppy can I make this? Because you're starting to find challenges for yourself in areas you've already beat.
Oh, shoot.
It's a shame you just can't rewind time just a bit there. Like do a little Prince of Persia. Maybe get 3 chances. Now, I can't recall, because it's been a while, but is there any sort of information about what the Thimblethought is and what it wants? Or is it just kind of there?
It hates us. It might be something they went over in Game 2.
Okay.
Because I think that's where Timblebot comes from. I don't think he was in Game 1.
There is some sort of lore to this game. And it is consistent.
Jump, jump, jump. Oh.
amazed if you could harness the power of that glowing cube in the background. There's just something about simple geometric shapes and the emitting of light. Oh no! The emitting of light. Like it's like a star, right? Except, have you ever seen a cube star? No, you haven't, because it's not real.
But you've seen, like, the light that shines in from a door, like, but it's rectangular, so it's like, is this just weird cube door?
Yeah, when you've been frying too much in your home, you've got that grease haze. The best time to break out the laser at home and have a little light show. Where Cube, my therapist keeps telling me that Minecraft isn't real and it can't hurt me.
I've never heard of Minecraft. It can't be real.
Oh, Ego No Mongo's got a son who apparently is a fairly big Runner3 fan, it seems. Given the all-cap run of characters. That was the simple thought, wait, that's Runner3!
No, I'm gonna get so good at that first dumb kick down wall that that second one eventually will be perfect.
It'll ruin you. It looks like we're halfway through this, at least this particular section of thimble plotting.
I mean, the victory is just getting to the checkpoint, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, we've got those circles up in the upper right, which appear to be.
Yeah, I think the first three are from when we hit them the first time. During our drive-by sections.
The worst part about doing Rhythm Cafe remotely like this is that you can't hand the controller off once you've hit a frustration wall.
It's true. There have definitely been plenty of games we've both played where we're like, okay, you try for a while.
Yeah. So much pressure all on you. It's got no pressure. Rhythm Cafe is a pressure-free zone. Why we don't own a pressure cooker?
No! Here. So close. Reacted too slow to that.
The empathy is running high on this end.
Forgot about it, and then I remembered it too late.
Igo no Mogo, don't worry about where those cannonballs are coming from. They are certainly not coming from directly within the teeth. Because that wouldn't make any sense. I'm just more concerned, like, the more I look at the Dimple Tot, the less I am sure about how it works. The pistons in the back aren't really attached to anything properly. And then there's these two gears under his cheekbones. It's made me keenly aware of my own cheekbones and how they don't move under my skin.
I found with a lot of rhythm games that trying to make anything work and sort out why it works a certain way is disaster.
I mean, maybe it's because of the sort of split between, I guess you could say, arcade games and simulators. I guess we just really haven't run into any rhythm simulators yet. That they would properly model out the teeth. Hey, whoa. This is new.
I got a checkpoint! Everything is good again!
And the music is now ska! Hey, pick it up!
Fuck. Oh, shoot. I thought I cleared that.
Yeah.
My brain was actually 2 steps ahead of where I was really... That's not good.
You're gonna get this.
Oh yeah. Nah, that last part felt way harder.
Okay. So that's 6 hits. What's next?
Winning.
But Heather, we're always winning.
But that's why it's always what's next.
Boss bonked.
That middle section's really just the only thing that's not quite...
Yeah. It's always odd when they do that in your boss fights, where you get a boss fight that's easy up front, difficult in the middle, and then...
Yeah, it doesn't do the ramp up.
Having finally toppled the Timbletot's rancorous regime, our team of elated adventurers resolved to return to the savory Shangri-La known as Foodland. The commanders are comforted to find Nut Beach just as they left it. Stunning, serene, and seductively pungent. The oft unflappable Commander Video is pleased as a pickled pear to be in such a perfectly peaceful place with peerless pals, both past and present. He motions that a celebration is in order, and his amicable associates animatedly agree. Uncle Dill eagerly grills up some of his fragrant cutie patooties. Sadbot punctiliously prepares their terrible durian tartare. Auntie Rooty accidentally overcooks her prickly peppered popsicles. Poor kids. As the commanders celebrate alongside their elated allies, they notice a curious customer watching them wistfully from afar. The unusual outsider ambles over apprehensively, no doubt starstruck by all the heroic heroes in their presence. They hand the commanders a condiment-covered envelope and depart.
And then they were in Smash.
Kiss as they disappear.
Oh god! Can we put Runner in Smash? I just want to watch the video of them getting the thing.
Why do the commanders feel as though they've met before? We may never know. Our heroes open the envelope and leer lengthily at the oily onion skin inside it, no doubt internalizing the indelible importance of the mysterious message. Then, in near perfect unison, they run. There's no telling who delivered this dispatch or what it might have said, but it seems to have inspired our cheeky champions to swiftly set out on their next valorous adventure.
Burger had no face. Japanese horror story. Huh. Well, that was an interesting ending.
Right?
I guess were they setting it up for a fourth runner?
I mean, probably. I wouldn't say no to a fourth runner.
As long as Charles Martinet's still alive. What else has he done?
What else has Charles Martinet done?
Hmm.
Mario.
It's-
He's Mario.
That's the Mario voice?
Yes.
Huh. Yep. Huh. Huh. You should use that voice more often.
And as Chad is pointing out, he's also Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi.
I mean, that tracks too. Well, there's the fact I learned for the day. I can go back to sleep now.
I've seen so many people who've been like, I got him to sign my Switch, or I got him to sign my Game Boy. So I'm just like, oh, that's just, yeah, makes sense. Like he shows up at events sometimes.
Like, I mean, it might be my dub actor blindness, but it shouldn't matter for this one because he is the original voice. You don't need to localize Mario because it's a him. That's it.
I guess I should hit a button. It does
Probably
say
good
anytime I
plan.
feel like it, though.
Oh, wow. Hey. Come on. You gonna change for us? Oh, no.
Nah, gave up. I mean,
It'll...
it felt like
I'm Charles Martinet, and now it's
Moving
time
in.
for Runner3.
Hey. So now we get to pick up all our stick puppet friends,
yeah, so we can see the story we missed in the first couple.
which is vital to our, well, at least my enjoyment of any good game.
Yeah,
Foodland.
Foodland was first, so we might as well just revisit Foodland.
I mean, it is where we ended up in the end of the story. Well, and before we ran off again.
Alright. In fact, we're missing a puppet here in the first one.
The Milky Way.
I'm gonna assume it's under the gem run since I mostly just ignored those.
Who needs gems? Who needs
Miners?
gems when you have a computer and you can control any sort of snake with any type of gem? Rubies, cobras, pythons, pearl, PHP.
I really like the melon trees.
They're very dry. I suppose while we're on the topic, I should query your opinion, Heather. Got any thoughts on Pearl's major version change from 5 up to 7?
Are we talking Steven Universe, or are we talking some sort of computer thing?
Computer thing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Cool. I actually don't have any opinions on the matter either,
Okay.
but boy, if you had one, that would have been a great little bit. And yes, I would definitely just prefer that to be about Pearl. The character, not the...
Pearl's a great character. I enjoy Pearl as a character.
Why doesn't the programming community just adopt her as the mascot for the language?
No. Oh, shoot, okay. I know what I have to do. It's annoying because it'll take out my perfect gold run that I've got going on. That's fine. Now I'll just go back and get all the gold.
Good to see my good friend, the honey hive.
No! Waffles!
I mean, that does tell me that the waffles here are nice and crisp on the outside, because they hurt you when you hit the corners. If they were soggy waffles and soft, you just bounce off them.
Soggy waffles are no fun. Nope.
Nope, not. I'm gonna make curry. I'm gonna make waffles for dinner tonight with my curry, because that would be too much.
Yeah, I actually haven't had waffles in a while. Should make those. I think we have the stuff at home for them.
Either savory or sweet.
I like to go with sweet.
Well, I think they're both valid choices. It's just a time preference thing, I think.
We usually do waffles at least once a year on like Christmas Day, because we got a waffle maker for Christmas. So it's like the one time we like pull it out and we make them.
Okay. It's like, yeah, we get one waffle maker a year and then we just throw it out when Christmas is over, because you don't make waffles any other time of the year. So. Just the hard part about that is just making sure that one of you gives the other the waffle maker. Except on those gift of the waffle maker magi years when you both give each other waffle makers, or both give each other batter.
A briny solicitation.
I found that one of my favorite waffle uses in the savory arena is to use them for Eggs Benedict. Because the waffling itself provides a really nice place for the egg yolk and the hollandaise to hide in.
I like that I was a Dogmyth said that waffles are good any time of year, and I don't disagree with that. But you know, I don't like cleaning the waffle maker.
Oh yeah, no, that's the number one thing to think about when you're getting any type of kitchen appliance. How easy is this thing to clean?
Like I typically go for making pancakes because it's just like, well, that's gonna go in a pan, and that's like a thing that is easy to clean.
And easy to keep clean too while you're doing it.
Yep. Yeah, I think my in-laws got us the waffle maker.
Oh.
And we didn't know if we wanted to keep it, so it was like, well, I guess we make some waffles in it to see if we like it. And then we're like, yeah, it seems fine. And then a year later, we brought it out again. It's just kind of what we do with it. Once a year, we remember it exists.
Wait, is this the waffle maker you folks use to make the post-stream waffles?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Oh yeah, no. I was gonna be talking about how going on a screed about how modern waffle makers are terrible and are hard to clean. I don't know what it is, but this. So the waffle maker I own was a hand-me-down from my mother, which was a hand-me-down I think from her mother as well. Like it's right old. That said, it works fantastically and is just a joy to clean. And I wonder if that might have something to do with years of slowly seasoning the waffling side with oil. But
I do kind of want to get a taiyaki pan for over the stove.
Yeah. We'll make those. Now, what are you going to put in your taiyaki? Because this is always a controversial opinion.
Well, I do like the red bean paste version quite well.
That's good.
I don't know that I know any other flavors offhand, but I would be willing to try. Because I imagine they're kind of like crepes. You can put whatever you want in them, right?
Yeah, I've had a few that have been they have the chocolate filling, which I guess is more of a chocolate pudding filling, but it's still chocolatey.
Oh, I have had ice cream ones.
Yep.
Those are good.
Ice cream's really good. Custard is another good filling for them.
Yeah, I bet.
Taro paste can be nice if you're into taro paste, but not everyone is.
Don't know if I've had taro paste.
It's kind of like it's kind of like anko, but slightly less grainy and purple.
Okay, I know I've probably had that then. I've eaten a lot of Japanese snacks where I'm just like, this looks fine, and I like the way it tastes, but I don't know what the heck is in it.
Painfully dyslexic. Sorry, yes, we are talking about the fish-shaped cakes.
Oh, right. So I'm sorry, I'm a weeb, and I'm used to everybody around me being a weeb. And if you don't know what a thing is, then I'm just like, what? But that's...
Same. Well, it's not a weeb. This is a cultural education, food, broadening your horizons. What one should know that when they're looking for a fish-shaped cake, it helps to know what the name is rather than trying to describe what it is in a foreign language.
It's true.
That said, no one should ever feel any sort of shame for not knowing something that they've never heard before.
Oh no, definitely not.
Every day is someone's first day for learning something. Oh, damn it! Now you've got me hungry. So I remembered one of my favorite savory taiyaki, which was ham and Swiss.
Ooh.
Like just a couple slices of thinly sliced ham, Swiss cheese, and I think a little bit of hollandaise, but maybe not. It's like nice and stretchy cheese, salty ham, that crispy taiyaki. Goodness. It's my favorite ham fish. Yeah, I know that everyone likes to reference that XKCD comic where you're one of the lucky 10,000. My favorite explanation of that was still the one that Merlin Mann gave a while back, before XKCD was even a thing, I think. That every day someone's born who hasn't seen the Flintstones.
Isn't it every day 10,000 people don't know what the Flintstones is or something? Or is it singular?
I think now that I mention, I'm not sure. I know that the XKCD one is the 10,000 people. But I like the Flintstones analogy simply because it's no one should know what the Flintstones is at this point. At all. It's a cartoon from the 50s.
Yeah.
That somehow managed to survive relevance to the day and age. Like, why do Fruity Pebbles exist?
But I remember Flintstones Meet the Jetsons.
But that was the 70s or the early 80s at least even.
Yes, and we had a thing at home called VHS tapes, and that had many things on them, like the first Land Before Time, before that became a weird 16 million number of videos and was never going to see sequels.
Oh, what a lot of the Cartoon Network Boomerang during the 90s. It was on CTV, one of the national networks in Canada. They played it at noon on weekdays.
For cheddar or worse.
Illuminator has got the information for us. Flintstones Meet the Jetsons, not Flintstones versus Jetsons, was 1987 because they remember it.
It was so weird too, because the Jetsons basically just lived above the Flintstones, or there was some sort of time gate thing. I don't really remember how it went.
I more remember the Jetsons movie, which occurred during those times, because it was a weird high-budget production for, again, something that was completely, at least for me, outside of my cultural relevance. Jetsons movie was also gets remembered a bit more because it was one of those first. I think it was one of the first cartoons to actually feature some pretty heavy CG.
You know, it's weird. We have like the Disney Channel streaming service and other things. DC's got one. I don't know. Marvel's probably got one. There's no like Hanna-Barbera. They made like a lot of stuff.
Point. You've got me questioning now what the status of Hanna-Barbera is. Period. Okay, so Hanna-Barbera has been absorbed into Warner Brothers Animation and Cartoon Network Studios.
That makes
that's.
sense.
I thought they might have been independent still at this point too. But... yeah, they've got a fairly good stable of characters, which I think could be due for a bit of modernization.
Because that's where like Wacky Races comes from, and
Yeah.
a bunch of other things.
What's a droopy dog? And Snagglepuss, why not? They always felt to me like they were a wholesome, in the same way that the Muppets were.
Who owned Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Whoa, good question.
I don't think that was Hanna-Barbera, was it?
No, that I don't believe they were, or at least not originally. They were from ABC, it looks like. Production company, Gamma Productions. Distributed on ABC and then NBC. Yeah, that was another franchise that stuck around for a long time. I don't know. So this is a question for everyone out in the chat there. In addition to you, Heather, when's the last time you remember seeing a Bullwinkle's pizzeria and arcade?
Oh, what?
So back when I was a child in Edmonton, we had, and this is before Chuck E. Cheese made its way north into Canada, we had Bullwinkle's, which was like a Chuck E. Cheese, but it was themed with all of the Bullwinkle's characters. And it was that same idea. It had this, it had a animatronic band. It also had a lot of shitty pizza, and then an arcade that you would go play arcade games with tokens and maybe win some tickets, but also just play video games too.
Huh.
And what it did have over the Chuck E. Cheese was a beautiful water and light show, like with one of those the big sprayed fountains, but indoors. So it was really kind of cool.
Nope, didn't know those existed.
And Brainbetter says there's one still here just south of Seattle. I think that sounds like should we ever get to go to a PAX together again?
Yeah.
I think we should grab a group of people to go to the Bullwinkle's.
Yes, we should.
I'm gonna write this down, actually, in my reminders.
Like, we had an arcade thing in town where I lived, but it was just kind of a standard kids arcade thing. I think I had a birthday party there once, which is really seems kind of weird to me, because my parents didn't really do that kind of stuff that often, but
yeah, I only ever had one birthday at the Bullwinkle's myself. I remember going to a few of them. During those few years, I had friends in school who would have birthday parties. But it was definitely that kind of place that was like, here's a place to take a bunch of kids
yeah.
and just let them run wild. Ooh, Brainbitter's got me a link there. Thank you so much. Fun Center. Holy moly, it's actually got Bullwinkle branding. And Bullwinkle's wearing a mask. As properly as he can.
I think I was supposed to go the other way on that.
You
Replay.
got the berry.
Tomorrow is literally the day they're reopening with modified hours. Oof.
Good luck to that.
I mean, I know we had like a couple of people in our friend group who've already managed to go and get like haircuts and stuff because some of those places have opened, and I'm just like, nah.
I'm keen to wait for things to calm down a little bit more as well, but that said, we're lucky to live where we are right now.
Oh no, we're in a pretty good state, and I recognize that. By state, I mean like state of being,
Yes,
not a
state of being,
'cause
not
we're
state of Washington.
provinces. But just people already give me anxiety to a short degree, and having to wear a mask gives me some anxiety, which is fine. I'm gonna wear the mask, but if I don't have to do a thing, then I'm just not doing the thing. And I needed a haircut before everything shut down, and I didn't have time to get one, and I was just like, well, whatever.
So we're going along.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of long hair, but my hair has actually gotten past the what I feel like is the awkward stage in long. So I'm a little bit more okay with it right now. I might even just get some clips or something and see if I can try some different hairstyles that I can't do
Obi.
with the shorter
It looks
stuff.
good from this angle. But that said, you are also the size of my thumb right now, so...
Yeah.
I am thankfully lucky enough to be in a position where I let all of my hair grow out as long as I wanted it to, and then decided I'm going out a bit now. It's time for me to look like a human being again. Or can I put it actually? What does he say? He feels fast, and I wanted to feel fast again.
I find in the summer especially because then it keeps it off the neck and stuff.
Well, that was the thing that I didn't realize until I chopped off the half inch that I had on my head. Even just a half inch is enough to really keep a lot of heat close to your head.
Yeah, it's true. But like, my hair's tied back right now. But it's gotten like super long.
Oh wow, yeah.
Put the hat back on because I like the hat. No one can stop me from wearing the hat. And I mean, the long hair looks fine. It's like, oh, all this stuff on the back of my neck that never used to be there. What is this? Why is this? And it's like when you go and sleep in bed and suddenly you have all this extra hair that stuff can like land on and pull on, and it's like, what? Why?
My thought was gonna be, oh yeah, you just tie that back. Who ties their hair back in bed?
You can't lay it back on your. It's annoying.
Exactly.
So we need a thing here. Okay, I'm gonna try and get one more puppet, and then
Okay.
I think we'll be good for a break.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
But yeah, I just tie my hair back now, and I'm like, okay, it looks okay. I do want it to get a little bit longer so it's past the shoulder thing, because then it's not doing the back and forth.
Just kind of like sit on your shoulder bit and just flop.
Yeah. I used to let my hair go long all the time out of sheer laziness. Just be like, The thing. I guess I go see a hairdresser now. That one looks open.
That's economical too. No, ironically, just before this all hit, I was considering going to a barber to have them address my beard for the first time. But I will not be going to overuse hair services for quite a while, I think.
Oh, shit, the second one.
Oof. Oh, thank you, Cat. That's good to know that apparently they aren't doing beard stuff yet.
Probably because you can't wear a mask then. I imagine.
I mean, it is one of the major disease holes, so...
I feel like I did something wrong. I know I saw a thing I was supposed to get, and I'm starting over now.
Yeah, Filler suggests that Beej is doing some beard stuff thanks to his Checkpoint Plus appearances.
No. Beej, so, he's not. Beej can't actually grow a beard. What you see with that 5 o'clock shadow is the longest he can get it, for one thing. And, because he shaves at night, you, by the time that runs around,
16 hours of growth by the time he wakes up.
he gets a 5 o'clock shadow, and then, but he has skin issues, and so if he shaves in the morning, his mouth gets irritated. Yeah, I'm not saying that to be like, oh, Beej can't do a beard thing, I've forbidden it, whatever weirdness thing that is, but he can't.
It was just such a definitive, no, he's not.
His hair's certainly gotten a lot longer, though.
He does have some luxurious hair.
Yeah, I need to send for a haircut, because then his scalp can't breathe as well, and that causes some problems, too.
Similar problems. See people in the chat contingent chat saying that it's not too difficult to trim your beard yourself, presumably, since it's all on the front of your head. While it is on the front, it does curve around many sides of the face, which can make seeing what you're cutting and specifically seeing how it will look from different angles than what you're seeing. It's one of those things that I don't know what I'm doing, which is why I have the shape of beard that I do, because I know I can get it to look like this, and I find that okay. But I know there are other options out there. I guess I just need to go in there, into the beard shop with a copy of Iron Man and say, make me look like Robert Downey Jr., but only look like him.
Pretty sure they can't change your personality. Maybe it's on the other path.
do best at a crawfish, so.
Well, we'll have to try again and find out when we come back from break.
Exactly. Did we want to knock off some of our gratitude before we do the break, or should we get that when we come back?
No, let's do it now.
Sounds good.
Do you know
I'm
where?
gonna let you start because
Okay.
I didn't open it until halfway through.
Our first one is Dryosynth, who cheered with 50 bits, and they say any.
You in Secret Branch, subscribe for 25 months. Welcome to Puppet Cafe, loving these 25 months. And have it with us.
Zeppelin 7790 has subscribed for 22 months. 22 months, that's almost 2 years, and that is an actual factual statement.
Ooh, Trayon subscribing for 49 months. That's just one away from the big Cinco. I hear this game could be improved by adding violin rhythm magic.
Well, maybe next week.
There's no cause for violins here.
Cyrus M0 on for 11 months. Welcome back. Or Cyrus Moon, which is probably the more likely pronunciation.
Kane has subscribed for 2 months. 2 months, that's almost a quarter of a year. I believe it.
Yeah, no, that's true.
That is exactly true.
It's one of those things that actually throws me off a bit because quarters are usually like how you divide by 4 to get them. So it's like, well, your quarter is made up of 3. It sounds wrong. Luminaire P has resubscribed for 43 months. Welcome back.
Team has just subscribed. Thank you.
Horton fears a coup
Yep.
for a whole year. The 1 year.
Nice. And E-Block just blonked us with 300 boss bonk bits. Thank you.
And Kalateth for also a year. Made a year. Glad to be here. Glad to see you.
You here.
All right. We're gonna run a commercial break and cycle some fluids and do what we do. So take the chance to do the same, and we'll be right back. Gotta turn on that mic. Welcome back, everybody. You still hearing?
We are back, yes.
Nice.
With more of Runner3 here on Rhythm Cafe on the Mighty Loading Ready Run Video Entertainment Network.
We're currently trying to get some popsicle sticks so we can see some story. That's about it. Yeah, there's no further explanation needed. Find a weird popsicle stick with... Oh, wait. Yeah, I put us in gym run. That's it.
I was half convinced that we were going to see Return of the Puppets on the return, but...
I put the cushion away.
A cheesy breeze.
Oh, wow, you actually went as far to lay down a cushion just for comfort?
Yes.
You went whole hog on this.
I also moved the chair out of the way. Originally, I was going to have the chair there and then have my puppet in front of the chair to look like it was sitting in the chair. But then I felt it was weird that your puppet didn't have a chair, and I didn't want to have to move off the chair and do so. I did thought.
No, you definitely did thought.
They're double-sided. They're actually on, like, they've got some cardstock glued in between them just to give them a bit of rigidity.
Did you trim them down after the fact, or?
Yes, I did the gluing first and then trimmed down so that the glue would be not, like, misevened. I had to put a book on top of them to keep them from curling.
You did some good work there.
And then, you know, I had to go through my googly eyes and pick sizes.
It's good that you still had the googly eyes and you didn't have to buy any popsicles for that.
Yeah, it's hard to find the popsicles that come with the googly eyes anymore. They just don't seem to do it. Don't know why.
generally because the popsicles with regular eyes look terrible.
I mean, really, I spent a lot of time making the puppets, and then I spent quite a bit of time trying to figure out how to position them in camera without being seen. I put the green screen suit on top of my head at one point while I was like figuring that out, and I was like, no, that's not necessary. And then I was just like, oh shoot, I've done all the prep. What the fuck do I actually say?
I get inside the head of Ian Horner.
That's why I asked you if you wanted to know what the goof was before or not, because I was like, I can just show it to you, but you might just find it really funny to find out with everyone else.
If we do that again, I will absolutely, though, want to know beforehand, because I want to play it so straight.
I didn't see these two popsicle heads.
Yeah, they're
Where?
hidden.
Alright, that's it. Walkthrough time.
I was just going to suggest that. Let's see here. A cheesy breeze.
Yeah, 1-7.
Location. Thank God Google knows what the hell I'm talking about. Where is Puppet 1-7 Cheesy Breeze, Runner3? On the gold path, right after getting Ultra, there's a fork in the road that leads to the path with no gold on it. Take it, and it will lead you to the puppet. The fork immediately after that fork leads you to the jump path. On the gold path, right after Ultra.
Alright. Wait, don't you mean the non-gold path?
They're saying on the gold path, right after getting Ultra, there's a fork in the road that leads to a path with no gold.
Oh, okay.
So just make sure you get all your upgrades. Alright. Okay, pick no gold path.
The no-gold path?
Yep. So I guess up is the one we want to go at that point. They're up there. Yep. Just above you right now.
Ah, okay. So I do want to take the gold path. Or... Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh. What? Oh, good.
No, I got it. I almost missed it. I can definitely see why I wasn't ever running into it, though.
No, that is a labyrinth.
Very sneaky.
I don't feel about the cheese cape though when we're sliding along the ground. It seems like a really good way to get a lot of dust in your cheese slices.
But then you have a really good way of making a cheese spread. Because you're spreading it on the ground.
Just really rub it against the ground, spread it nice and wide, get it warmed up from all that friction, and you can make a nice melt.
Just desserts.
Cheese is one of those things I am willing to rinse off, though, if I drop it on the ground, on the floor. Because the outside isn't that water soluble, depending on the cheese, of course.
Yeah, I mean, there are some cheeses that they just disintegrate the moment they touch anything.
Oh, exactly, yeah. Like a goat cheese, that's just dead to me if it hits the ground. But you know, a Gouda or a cheddar or a mozzarella, even most jacks, I'm willing to give a little rinse. Eric, if there is an orange named Eric and that's what you're referring to, I'm very excited for it.
Ouch.
Now it's got me thinking about cheesy peas. Because I do like peas and I do like cheese. And Square.cube, yes, while some cheese already has mold on it, some of my favorite cheeses have mold in it. Like, I do love myself some blue cheeses, but the concept of, this cheese isn't strong and moldy enough. Let's put some inside so we'll just stab the cheese with more mold. Oh, my stomach is now thinking about that cheese.
We do get into a lot of cheesy conversations here, don't we?
Really do. But I was just thinking how long it's been since I've had just a good hunk of blue cheese and a bottle of red wine as like, a dinner/snack. And I think it would have been around Christmas, actually. Messed up. Just checked my cheesemonger from my old office. Who still comes around, by the way.
Oh, really?
They're still, yeah. But they made the trip to the office last week, so I've got at least another 3 weeks before I can get local cheese again. I mean, I'm sure I could find them in shops as well. But it's just so cheap. I mean, the cheese man.
Forgot about the UFO.
I know that I think about it. Contingent get. That's why I remember that it was December when I had my. They're saying that the nice thing is if you forget about the blue cheese in the back of your fridge, it doesn't go bad. It just gets more. That was the reason I remembered, because I bought that blue cheese during, I think, the November cheese delivery time, and it was only about Christmas by the time I remembered that I had the blue cheese, and I'm like, oh, I should eat this. It was a lot of it.
Congratulations.
Yay! Puppet show available!
Puppet show! Let me go to the puppet show. Time for a story.
The inhabitants of Foodland had one thing in common. It was their love of Sausage Santa. He was a king amongst kings. They'd often say, a veritable force of integrity, compassion, and cheddar.
He was the Sausage Santa, cherished leader of Foodland. It's hard to rhyme with Santa, and for that we should have planned.
Wet Fart Cheeseburger, his closest friend and advisor, was the first to notice when Sausage Santa had changed. His appetite for joy had been replaced with a thirst for destruction. His cheddar filling, now more of a monster. He imprisoned 2 of his knights, Terry Tomato and Pete's Potato, for the crime of having dumb names. And worse yet, he threw away Bigfoot's most prized possession, his bald spot.
How does one remove a bald spot? I cannot even guess. It seems like it would hurt a lot and leave a gross abscess.
Oh, what a nightmare! The scrumptious kingdom of Foodland was in grave danger. It was clear to Wet Fart now that the dastardly Timbletot was pulling the strings.
That's a hell of a name.
Metallic imposter of the Sausage Santa. And although it was a long shot, he decided to seek the help of his oldest friends.
The commanders did what they did best. They kicked Timbletot's butt. They kicked it east, they kicked it west. They showed him what was what.
The day was saved, yet Wet Fart was nowhere to be found. Nobody knew where it was he'd gone.
Disappeared on the wind.
But there were theories. Some say he's been busy behind the scenes, helping the commanders in ways they don't even realize. Others say the creators of Runner3 were pressed for time and unable to animate another character. It's a mystery that haunts the otherwise jovial Sausage Santa to this very day.
Foodland saved and so's the day, so now we bid adieu. But first let's shout hip hip hooray for commanders brave and true.
Sorry.
I love this game.
I could be a Sausage Santa. Call me Sausage Santa, baby. 'Cause I deliver ground meat in a tube.
Machine Land.
So I think it was Spooky Land we got the story for already.
That sounds right. Oh yeah, there's a lot of that retro stuff too.
Oh no, I think it might have been this one. Yeah, it was this one.
Go. Tell your son congratulations from us, if that matters at all.
Oh yeah,
are
no,
not-
that boss is hard.
For those not reading Ikamongo, was the person whose son came into the stream and got to see us playing the final boss. The son had never beaten the game, and now they have!
Nice.
Just in this short time!
Got that one. Ah, yeah, we're missing whatever this one is.
Bobby Pit.
It's like a pizza and maybe some pea pods. And this game came out a while ago. They could make another one soon. Right? Just for me?
Yeah? In secret?
I mean, video game companies are always making games in secret. They don't. There's a reason they don't tell us until they're like actually in production.
Oh, God, I was gonna say just, like until they're nearly done, and I'm like, God, Heather, I wish to live in the world where you live.
You know, they didn't like actually announce the new Paper Mario until 2 months before it was coming out, right? There are games that happen that with.
I do wish the rest of the industry worked that way.
I mean, I kind of get it for indies. They need to get people on board with their stuff, and that can take a while. But for a known franchise,
my favorite tech times were the days in the early 2000s when Apple would hold their keynotes and release some sort of, or they'd talk about some sort of impossible technology that no one had even considered up to that point, and then they're just like, oh yeah, and it's available today. Pete Neighbor says the dev's next game is going to be a Bubsy game, apparently? That's interesting. now seems like a good time for a lot of those old little platformer franchises to make a return.
Wow, I haven't played a Bubsy game. Oh man, since I owned a Sega Genesis.
I mean, I don't think I've played a Bubsy game at all.
I know they've done some like other ones, but I've not heard anyone talking great about them, so I never really went looking for them.
I know I read Nintendo Power pretty religiously when it was Bubsy times. Oh, yeah, I grew up in this. I'll give you a short rundown on my thoughts of moving Apple to ARM, because it's not really they've done this before, and they sure are doing it again because they've announced it and they've committed to it. We'll have to see what the actual hardware looks like, because the software is going to be pretty much the same as we know it at the moment. Maybe I'll jump into tech later on and see if I can drop some thoughts there.
That's right, we have a Discord.
Yeah. But I think for most people using Apple technology, things aren't really going to change much, because you'll still have to buy your Apple tech directly from Apple and use it in a manner with which Apple has approved. For us who build our Hackintoshes, well, I now have a 2-year to 3-year hard deadline on the lifetime of my home-built Macs. But a lot can happen in 3 years in the computer world, so we'll see.
It's true. That's like a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those tubes remind me of the Japanese fish tubes called chikuwa, the ones with the brown blistered bubbles around the edges, and now I want a chikuwa. Fish stick snack. Given they're saying it would be a good platform for a new runner game would be the Playdate. And given the love of the runner developers for weird things, and how well that meshes with Panic's love of weird things, I think that might actually be something that's already in the works.
Yeah, see, I keep going back and forth on whether or not I really want to get a Playdate. Because, I mean, of course I do, but do I really need to? Is it just going to be kind of a novelty? Probably. So I'm never sure if I really want to get one.
I mean, they're committing to a long run of games for it, and it being an open platform means that there's probably going to be a lot of interesting stuff on it.
That's true, but if they put a rhythm game on it, then we can get Lure to get one.
Yes.
There's a business thing in there that just makes it easier. It means I don't have to spend the money.
I would rather let my business spend the money for me to see if I want to spend my own money later.
Exactly. That's what I used to do with New Day Tuesday when we ran that.
Do you think someone's going to try and port Sega Bass Pro Fish into the Playdate? Not at all, but I think you will definitely see some interesting fishing games for the Playdate.
Oh, probably. Yeah, I could see that.
I can't remember. Does it have an accelerometer in it? It must. It's 2017. It's 2020.
I mean, some people would really love it to be 2017 at this point. I can't say I blame them.
But I can, given the way that they seem to be marketing or positioning it marketing-wise, I can see them making sort of a like a very slow meditative fishing game where you could just do, oh, I've got some time, I'll sit down and cast my lure out and just sit and wait for a bite and then reel it in.
Yeah, I'd be all for it. Fishing mini games are some of my favorite games within games.
What about a runner game on the Playdate, says Dark Morford? Well, you know, we'll have to work on that for Playdate Model 2. For those of you who are unaware, sorry, let me change the character of that. Greetings, true believers. Excelsior, for those who don't remember the Playdate, reference back to Desert Bus 2019. Excelsior again! That's Stanley's voice, right?
Sure. Yes.
Sangraphist, I don't feel like there's any worry that they're going to abandon the workstation computer. They've committed to ARM across their entire product line, and this last couple months have given me a little bit more hope that they've started to care about computers more. So they're clearly not going to release a pro computer until they've got something that will match or beat the current lineup. But I'm pretty certain they've got things behind the scenes that we're not aware of that they are prepping to surprise us. The question, of course, is going to be if they allow for the use of external or discrete graphics cards, or if it's just going to be all unified memory architecture stuff, system on a chip. What made me happy, though, was Apple's commitment to open source software. And this is something that actually affects your job, Heather, and your life. Apple has committed to working with the FFmpeg team
Yes.
to continue developing and tuning FFmpeg to work on new ARM Macs.
Excellent.
So that is a big bump in some talent going towards that team.
Maybe it's not the gym one. Yeah, I use FFmpeg very extensively, so it'd be good to know that that's gonna be a thing for a while.
It's my favorite piece of software, period. It touches so many things that I either work with or that I use for fun that it's indispensable. And I love that it's something that's free and open source and that we can point to and say, like, hey, look, this does not rely on capitalism. This happened all on its own. Oh yeah, no, Angry. They've already committed to working with the open source community before. I mean, they have to contribute back their kernel to the open source community because it's open source. But having them commit to working with third-party companies and more of them to ease the transition, that gives me more hope than having them just say, okay, well, we're changing platforms, consider this your notice.
Viscera.
Me too, Sean. It's, I think without Steve here to back up that promise, we might never see FaceTime or iMessage hit the open source the way we want it. Question?
We got a stick that says Spooky Land.
Good. I was trying to read that. Thank you. Story and?
To be honest, this is partially why I did the hand as a separate stick, because it's just like, they literally just had a thing that said you on it and like different signs, and I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. You don't need to actually try to make a puppet look like a thing. You just make it in parts.
Just write on it.
Best part is I still have ice cream at home.
I think we've got 2 sandwiches left. I'll have to check. Either way.
Nice.
I don't know about you, but I like the really, really cheap ice cream sandwiches that have the almost melty cookie.
Yeah.
Have we talked about this before? It feels like we have.
Oh, probably. Possibly when we got real big into that ice cream sandwiches song we made up. You remember that?
Yes, Heather, I will never forget ice cream sandwiches.
Good times. I look forward to the next time we can do a convention or a road trip or anything.
Quite frankly, this is the answer to that is, I look forward to the time when we can spend extended amount of time together.
Yeah, that too. Oh no!
It's like a vacation.
I need to go up.
Oh no! You could have got it. And I don't want people to think that I'm spurning the high quality or the fancy ice cream sandwiches. But there's just something. There's something, I guess, not dirty quality, or what's the word am I looking for? Shameful hobby? No, that's not the right word. Shameful secret. There's something indulgent-y about cheap ice cream sandwiches.
It's kind of just one of those things like, sure, you could have really good pasta, or you could eat the really low standard Katie stuff, and sometimes you want that.
It's like a Big Mac.
Yeah.
Like a Big Mac by all thought is never considered to be a good hamburger, or rather a special or fancy hamburger. But there is nothing else out there that tastes like a Big Mac, and if you try to make a Big Mac with fancy ingredients, you're either going to ruin the fancy ingredients by making it taste like a Big Mac, or it's not going to taste like a Big Mac. Guilty pleasure. Thank you, Corvus. That's the one I was looking for. I've been watching too many kung fu movies. The idea of sorrowful hand is in my head.
Have you seen the tweet that's been going around that what's the phrase? Revenge bedtime something?
Procrastination bedtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, for people who stay up late because they want to feel like they have agency over their lives, and at nighttime no one can tell them what to do. Yep, definitely feel seen there.
Just I quite liked the use of the word revenge in there.
Yeah, it was the idea of getting revenge against the world. Corvus puts it, revenge, bedtime procrastination. A phenomenon in which people who don't have much control over the daytime life refuse to sleep early in order to regain some sense of freedom during the late hours.
I really like the idea of using procrastination for revenge. Like, that seems like something that shouldn't work.
I mean, in an office context, it absolutely does not, but in the greater scheme of things. Alright, how many more puppets do we need here?
Unclear. This one at least. That one. So that's 2. I think just the 2.
Perfect. I think we can do this.
Parallel peril.
Yeah. Got plenty of time.
Parallel peril. I need to find a calendar.
Like a physical one, or like one on your computer, or...
The one that tells me with the things that I have to do.
Ah.
So yes, the one on the computer. I wasn't entirely certain whether or not I had anything I needed to be doing after the stream.
That's fair. I'm never sure exactly what's going on. It's partially because I keep getting the day confused.
Well, with you saying that we have enough time to do this, I'm thinking, wait, do I have enough time for everything? I know I've got time enough for Rhythm Cafe because it has a set start and end, but what about after? I'm trying to justify building one of those double-wheeled launching machines. Because I love the idea of them, and I want to make things go fast. But should I make it something that works with food?
So, do you want like a food launcher then?
Yeah. And then what kind of food would I put in it, and would it be the kind of food that would be stable to go through a launcher like that?
Oh, you definitely need to be something with a little bit of structure to it.
Right, but it can't be something so structural that it's going to hurt the back of someone's throat when I eventually shoot them in the face with something delicious. Like ice cream bars. Yes, a squared out cube. Or meatballs, or
I feel like you need something with the consistency of like a stress ball, where it's soft but also has some give to it and will bounce back.
Yes, so I think Baby Bell cheese is definitely our winner there.
Yeah. And a lot of people like cheese, so I think a cheese launcher is a great idea.
Perfect. I think we really made some progress here today, helping humanity. I guess I'll just outline this to the what is it? Angry Weapons saying if you considered something belt fed, Chinese steamed pork bun launcher. So greasy stone, like that's something that you probably want to do out of an air launcher, because the Chinese buns, I think, they get mashed by the wheels, but a compressed air.
No.
Well, those buns are pretty. They make a good seal. But my initial idea for this was way back in high school when I thought about baking Timbits with little bits of iron filings baked into them as well. Like, not enough to make them poisonous, just enough to provide them with some iron. And then load them up into send them up into orbit on a satellite, and put together some sort of a railgun so that you could launch Timbits at sublight speed velocities directly at people on the ground. I think this way of delivering snacks to people wherever on Earth they may need them at whatever time could really help humanity. Rail buns, says Constable Crab. Perfect. Love it.
Alright.
Yes, Derek Morford, I'm aware of your certain scientific breakthroughs. Hey, speaking of cannons!
We got there.
Yep. This almost never happens. Oh no! Hey!
Nice. Just
Perfect.
everything good.
That's a good run. Million in the score.
I wasn't even paying attention that I was actually getting everything. I was like, I just gotta get this one puppet that I keep missing.
Which means I have to get everything now, otherwise I'll miss it.
The vestibule of justice.
One more puppet. Then story time.
Holy moly, you're right, Square.cube. I have experimented with Hamburger in that respect.
You put iron filings in hamburger?
Well, no, it wasn't. But I did drop food. I did deliver food from a high height. Two kinds of food, in fact, a hamburger and an egg. Although I guess by the end of the experiment, I delivered steak tartare, but that's neither here nor there.
Was this a live
This
or
was the
TTS
hamburger
bit?
drop, yes. Yeah, the egg drop.
Oh, okay. Right, okay, that makes more sense.
It wasn't an orbital height, but I mean, I don't think Fleur was willing to spring for a helicopter ride for all of us.
Oh, that would have been great though.
Yeah.
Just even having that just for that bit would have been way more than necessary, but I would have enjoyed it.
And I would finally be able to embody Richter Hammock Slam. We could do the reverse at some point when whenever we're allowed to go outside again. We could do one of those big send to space quote-unquote weather balloon challenges.
Ooh. Okay, yeah.
Like two teams that have to design something that will go to the edge of space and be photographed up there. Ooh, the problem with that is, given where we live, there is a lot of
It's a good chance we won't be able to recover it. I'm sorry, your voice went really weird there. I didn't catch that. I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Oh no, you've gone all robot.
Uh-oh. Everything's fine? Everything's fine.
Yeah, you sound fine now.
Okay, good. The packet storm has passed.
Okay, cool.
The video currently looks like someone has tried to recreate the game using... Oh, now we're back to good full resolution. Okay.
Good, then you just in time to see that thing.
Yeah! Wow, that's... Sure is the guy in the chair. Right, this was the Court of Owls.
Oops. Oh, good. We've already converted over to this edge. I didn't want to see the guy in the chair again.
Like those nights. Oh yeah, so I was saying that something about why sending weather balloons to into space would be difficult where we are. It's only the retrieval of it, because then we'd go very high up and then probably not land back on Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance that they'd probably end up somewhere in Washington or
Just
in the
even-
Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, just right in the water. Okay. This must have been on the gold path.
So you'd have to send something that would be able to send the pictures back via radio,
Vestibule of Justice.
which would definitely increase the cost.
Hmm. There's another path that branched off the gem path.
Oh no.
Oh, well.
Let's fix that right now. Constable Crab, it wouldn't surprise me if you need clearance to send things up that high, because
The Vestibule
that is,
of Justice.
I mean, people do it all the time though, so it must not be impossible to get. I think what I'm finding out here is that further research is required.
Sounds like a lot of our bits. At least the ones that require that kind of...
That kind of pre-planning.
I was gonna say pre-planning, but I meant more like in terms of like,
Ambition.
yeah.
Because my initial thought here is, let's send Spot the dog up.
We might not get Spot the dog back.
It's very true. Is the main problem with that plan. And unfortunately, we couldn't send Bartleby because he's too big. Yeah, in general, when it comes to permits and whatnot, sometimes it can be just as easy as asking, and then sometimes you need weeks worth of forms. And unfortunately, there's generally no way of knowing before you know whether or not it's going to be the easy way or the hard way.
I just missed it. Is it? I didn't see it.
Yeah. Okay. Keep my eye
Oh.
here too.
Is it just doing that? Nah, this can't be right. This is just the gold path.
Yeah, 'cause that's regular gold glinting.
It's in between the two paths, just after the gate.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Ah! Oh, it's also where
Dang.
there's a hero quest.
Oh. Hello, Limerick Lamprey.
Once was a happy lamprey, for whom Limerick had been child play. But those days are gone, they've been flushed down the John. Oh, please, won't you help save the 24-hour period? By now you have likely caught on. My powers of Limerick are gone. I don't know what to do. What makes me so blue? I'm feeling like such a dummy. The poetry slam is tomorrow. I'm losing would bring such a sorrow. The words they evade me. Please help me. I beg thee. You must help me find some words I can acquire. Hazelman's is where you should start. I've heard there's a word there. Take heart. What the word is, who knows? I'll wait on my toes as you help create this work of quality. Good luck.
Oh my. That character was
Cannot be
great.
used by the wizard.
So wait, where am I? Like that took me to the thing, but where was the puppet?
Okay, so I guess that wasn't the sticker. It says, test 9.
We might just have to look up where this one is.
Hmm. What's the number of this level?
Hmm?
What's the name or number of this level? Check
Unclear.
A wagon. Why did it say check out a wagon? What does that mean?
It's 2-9.
Okay, go. Runner 3 2-9 sneaker. Whoop. That doesn't help me this time.
Really?
3 2-9. What? There we go. Guide to unlocking all characters in Runner3. Wow, 2018. The Knights in this. Okay, there we go. So Limerick Lamprey will get us another character. That's not helpful.
Yep, that walkthrough is garbage. It's on the gold path right when you get super. Alright, give that a shot.
vestibule of justice.
Might as well give it one more try here before we wrap up for the day.
Super is the second?
Yeah, we got extra, super, mega? We'll find out fairly quickly.
Maybe it's the first one. Oh shoot, why did I go this way? Brain.
Just fall into the hole. Yeah, it's that time. You do it enough times, your body begins to think that it's doing it all by itself, and you just forget.
Oh, I see.
Huh. Oh. That was easy.
Yeah.
Ow. Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just worried about everyone at home who gets to hear me just slam my hand directly into a boom mic.
Oh, see, I didn't even hear that. All I heard was ow.
Oh, good, good. Oh, yeah. Doing rhythm at Café while lying back on a couch is an experience I would certainly suggest. Amazing.
All right, that should be the last one.
Congratulations.
Oh, we get to see the story of that terrible man.
Yep. You ready for this?
I am ready for this, absolutely. F me up on Runner.
Sometimes, when the weather conditions are just right, you can see Glorns towering above the Spookyland sign. He's been there as long as anyone can remember, coming down but once a year to partake in the only holiday celebrated in Spookyland, Arbor Day.
Tree jokes.
Lawrence was what they called him, because that was his name. They could have called him John or Jim, but that would have been lame.
A private being, Glorns rarely made an attempt to communicate with his subjects. Indeed, those who had spoken to him could be counted on the hands of the rare two-fingered nematode. The universe was filled with worlds ruled by oppressive dictators, but Spookyland was different. It was more freer. This is how it had always been, and is how the inhabitants of Spookyland like it.
Names can be deceiving, Spookyland was a great place. They validated parking and their healthcare plans were ace.
But all I fear was not well.
Sounds
in
pretty good.
Spookyland. After eons of peaceful living, the world's inhabitants now found themselves in grave danger. The home they loved so dearly had suddenly and viciously become for the birds. Sent by the Timbletot, they arrived in the dead of night, cooing their diabolical threats at anyone who dared look at them. They called themselves the Parliament of Owls, and they informed the inhabitants
They're democratically
of Spookland
elected.
that Glorns had surrendered all power to them. All hope, it seemed, was lost until the commanders arrived.
The owls were defeated and forcibly dethroned. They then promptly retreated because they had been owned.
The commanders made quick work of the Parliament of Owls, freeing the imprisoned Glorns from his rusty shackles.
He was the good
Grateful to
one?
the tree man
Yep.
Once again, the corners of Glorn's lips inverted ever so slightly into a smile.
Oh,
so
no.
subtle that some would say it wasn't there at all.
Spookyland saved and so's the day, so now we bid adieu. But first let's shout hip hip hooray, Commanders
There was some serious speciesism going on there.
What I find really funny is if you collect everything before you hit the boss level, you get the story that's just like, oh, you've defeated them, except you still have to.
Good point, yeah. Stories from a different time in the future.
Ah, but
Hey,
that's
Heather.
it for Runner 3.
Speaking of things that are happening in the future, what's coming up on the streams?
Nope, the button doesn't work. Give me a second.
Okay, that's
Uh,
okay. Because I let people
oh,
know
it's
that if they
'cause-
want to know what. It's booth based.
It's booth based. Actually, I'm just gonna take the sound for the game off. So we have Play It Forward going on in the morning with Tokyo Mirage Sessions and Kathleen. Based on where I've seen her being in the VODs, she can't be that far from being done. Depending on how much side questing she's doing.
Because you've played this before, you know what's up.
I played this on the Wii U. I haven't gotten super far in my Switch copy.
Ooh.
That's right. I liked it so much I bought it twice. And then we have Dice Friends that night. Do you know anything about Dice Friends?
I know that I will be on it, and I believe that we are returning to the Isle of Alumarha for more Over the Edge goodness. So, I suppose that I should do it in character, so we will be returning to the Isle of Alumarha for more of a patented band of shenanigans. It'll be a very good time. Come and see myself and the other players. Just ask them, tell them that Asa sent you. That will get you in.
Alright. And then Tuesday is Minecraft, because James likes Minecraft. Talking Sim. I don't know what they're playing,
But they like talking.
but they like talking. So, something there. Let's Nope. Who else knows what's going on? Who knows? And then Play It Forward again. You can check the if I push
Check
that
the
this way.
schedule yourself.
You can check the schedule over at loadingreadyrun.com/live, and it should have some stuff in there about what people are playing.
Because we continue to play.
Because I don't keep track of the other people's games. I have to go find rhythm games.
Yeah, you're in charge of things after people finish playing and streaming them.
Yeah, and
What
that's
happens
when I find
before
out what they
this?
played.
What happens before that is someone else's job.
Yeah, James is really.
Well, we should definitely also thank some of the people here who've been very generous with us over the. Well, first of all, we should thank the people who have been generous with us every month by giving their donations over at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. It really helps things out for us. It helps keep the lights on. It helps us pay our contributors, and it helps us continue bringing to you our fun stuff. And if you are having issues in these troubled times, keeping up your patronage, that's perfectly okay. Take care of yourself first, please, each and every one of you. But we definitely want to thank those of you who still do give a little bit of your goodwill our way, and thank you so much for it. Also, thank you to those of you who help out at twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun with your bits and subs. We should thank specifically some of those people, starting with Kaliteth, who's been subscribed for a full year. Made a year. Glad to be here. Glad you're here too. Thank you so much.
Dread Persephone has come back for the fifth month. Welcome back.
Steel City Exile coming in at 39 months. Greetings to the cafe. Greetings to you, Steel City Exile.
And Peter 200LX has subscribed for 46 months. Welcome back.
And finally, Banathor rounds out today's subs with 36 months of subscription. 3 years already. Yes, that is in fact 3 full years, and thank you so much for that continued support.
All right, so that's subs. We told people about Patreon. You will find the VODs for these, if you're not already watching them on YouTube, over at youtube.com/loadingreadylive. If you want to find the magic content, that goes on to LureMTG, the youtube.com/LureMTG. And then if you want to find anything else, you should check out youtube.com/loadingreadyrun.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's all of our YouTubes that I talk about.
Correct. But we should also talk about where we can find ourselves when we are not ourselves. Heather, where can people find you when you're not Heather Deary of Loading Ready Run?
Nowhere. I am a ghost. Ian, where can people find you?
I am a kung fu master that roams the world looking to put right what once was wrong. No, you can find me over at tilty.house. That's tilty.house. Everything Corey and I do lives there, and you can find links to it. I guarantee it is a real URL. You should go check it out.
I find it really funny that you always have to spell it out because people always hear a different word, but also that you have to assure them that that link is real.
People don't believe that .house is a full top-level domain, and it is, and I love it. I'm really upset that Surge doesn't own Surge.coffee at this point, because he really should.
Well, maybe one day.
Yep. All right. Well, I think that's everything, right? Am I forgetting anything that you can think of?
I don't think so. I think that's all the things.
Chat, we'd ask you, but your delay's too long for you to remember what we've forgotten. If you do remember, hey.
Yeah, tell the other people in chat what we forgot, and we'll maybe make notes for next week.
Except we're absolutely not going to. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone.
I guess, goodbye.
Oh, yes. Goodbye! Hey, if I do the voice from over here, you can't see my lips move.